The year was 1865. America had just emerged from a brutal civil war, its fabric torn but its spirit unbroken. On April 14th, a sense of relief and hope hung in the air. The war was over, and President Abraham Lincoln, the man who had guided the nation through its darkest hour, was attending a play at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. Suddenly, a shot rang out, piercing the celebratory mood. John Wilkes Booth, a Confederate sympathizer, had shot the president in the back of the head. Lincoln slumped forward, mortally wounded. The crowd gasped in horror as chaos erupted. The following morning, Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, breathed his last. He was just 56 years old. His death plunged the nation into mourning, a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the enduring cost of division. Abraham Lincoln's life was a testament to the American dream. Born in a log cabin in Kentucky in 1809, he experienced poverty and hardship from a young age. His family moved frequently, struggling to make ends meet. Despite limited formal education, Lincoln possessed an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. He taught himself law, reading borrowed books by candlelight late into the night. His dedication and perseverance laid the foundation for his future success. Lincoln's early life instilled in him a deep empathy for the common man. He understood the struggles of ordinary Americans, a quality that would later define his presidency. In 1834, Lincoln moved to Illinois and began his law career. He quickly earned a reputation for honesty and fairness, earning the nickname Honest Abe. His integrity and sharp wit made him a formidable lawyer and a popular figure in town. In 1842, Lincoln married Mary Todd, a woman from a prominent Kentucky family. Their relationship was complex, marked by both love and tragedy. They faced personal challenges, including the death of their young son Eddie. Through personal loss and professional challenges, Lincoln's commitment to justice and equality never wavered. He believed in the power of the law to uplift the downtrodden and protect the rights of all. His legal career served as a training ground for the political arena, where he would soon make his mark. Lincoln's political career began in the Illinois legislature, where he served for 8 years. His eloquence and unwavering moral compass drew national attention. In 1860, he was elected the 16th President of the United States, a testament to his growing influence and the nation's desire for change. Lincoln's presidency was immediately tested by the secession of southern states and the outbreak of the Civil War. The nation was divided, and the very survival of the Union was at stake. Lincoln led with courage and determination, holding the Union together and guiding it through its darkest hour. Section 5, A Nation Healed, A Legacy Forged. The Civil War was a defining moment in American history, and Lincoln's leadership proved crucial in preserving the Union. He recognized the moral imperative of ending slavery and issued the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, freeing slaves in Confederate territories. This bold move changed the course of the war and redefined the nation's commitment to freedom and equality. Throughout the war, Lincoln never lost sight of his ultimate goal, to reunite the nation and heal its wounds. He believed in forgiveness and reconciliation, urging Americans to come together as one people. Section 6. The Gettysburg Address, a testament to freedom. In November 1863, Lincoln delivered what would become one of the most famous speeches in American history, the Gettysburg Address. Standing on the blood-soaked battlefield of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, Lincoln spoke of the sacrifices made by those who fought and died for the cause of freedom. His words were simple, yet profound, a testament to the enduring power of democracy and the importance of preserving the ideals for which so many had fought and died. The Gettysburg Address became a rallying cry for a nation seeking to heal and rebuild. Section 7. Tragedy Strikes Again. Even as the Civil War drew to a close, tragedy continued to cast a shadow over Lincoln's life. In 1862, his beloved son, Willie, died of typhoid fever at the age of 11. The Lincolns were devastated, and Mary never fully recovered from the loss. Despite his immense personal grief, Lincoln remained steadfast in his commitment to the nation. He understood that the war demanded his full attention, and he continued to lead with strength and determination. His ability to compartmentalize his own suffering while shouldering the burdens of a nation at war spoke volumes about his character and sense of duty. Section 8. Remembered Forever. The assassination of Abraham Lincoln on April 14, 1865 sent shockwaves throughout the nation and the world. The man who had guided America through its darkest hour was gone, his life cut short by an act of senseless violence. Yet from the ashes of tragedy rose a legacy of unity, freedom, and hope. Lincoln's life and work inspired generations of Americans and continue to serve as a beacon of democracy and equality for people around the world. Gap 3S, Section 9, The Early Years of Lincoln's Presidency. Abraham Lincoln's journey as the 16th President of the United States began in an era fraught with division and uncertainty. Elected in 1860, Lincoln faced the monumental task of keeping a fractured nation together. Southern states were seceding, and the threat of civil war loomed large. Against this backdrop, Lincoln's early presidency was marked by his unwavering commitment to preserving the Union. His leadership was put to the test from the very beginning. The attack on Fort Sumter in April 1861 marked the start of the Civil War, plunging the nation into a conflict that would test its very soul. Lincoln's resolve never wavered. Through his speeches and actions, he sought to reassure a divided populace and maintain the integrity of the United States. Despite the immense pressures, Lincoln introduced groundbreaking measures. His Emancipation Proclamation, issued in 1863, declared the freedom of all slaves in Confederate-held territory. This bold move not only redefined the purpose of the war, but also laid the groundwork for a new era of freedom and equality. Lincoln's early presidency was a period of profound challenges and significant achievements. His dedication to the principles of democracy and unity set the stage for the eventual reunification of the nation. As we look back on these formative years, we see the indomitable spirit of a leader who believed in the promise of America and worked tirelessly to ensure its survival. In the face of adversity, Lincoln's leadership shone brightly, guiding the nation through its darkest days and laying the foundation for a future defined by liberty and justice for all. Section 10. The Emancipation Proclamation. As the Civil War raged on, President Abraham Lincoln made a decision that would forever alter the course of American history. On January 1, 1863, Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, a bold and transformative declaration that proclaimed the freedom of all slaves in Confederate-held territories. This was not just a military strategy but a moral imperative. Lincoln's journey to the Emancipation Proclamation was fraught with political and personal challenges. He faced immense pressure from abolitionists who demanded immediate action, and from those who feared the proclamation would further divide the nation. Yet, Lincoln's unwavering belief in the principles of liberty and equality guided his path. The Emancipation Proclamation shifted the purpose of the Civil War. No longer was it solely a fight to preserve the Union, it became a battle for human freedom. The proclamation galvanized the abolitionist movement and allowed for the recruitment of African American soldiers into the Union Army, bolstering its ranks and morale. Lincoln's words carry the weight of a nation striving for a more just and equitable future. All persons held as slaves within any state or designated part of a state, the people whereof shall then be in rebellion against the United States, shall be then, thenceforward, and forever free. These words ignited hope and inspired countless individuals to join the fight for freedom. The impact of the Emancipation Proclamation was profound. It marked a turning point in the Civil War and set the stage for the eventual abolition of slavery with the passage of the 13th Amendment. Lincoln's courageous decision demonstrated his commitment to human rights and his belief in a united, free America. As we reflect on the Emancipation Proclamation, we are reminded of Lincoln's enduring legacy as a champion of freedom and equality. His actions not only changed the course of the Civil War, but also paved the way for a new chapter in American history, one defined by the relentless pursuit of justice and the recognition of the inherent dignity of all people. As we delve deeper into the life and legacy of Abraham Lincoln, it becomes clear that his leadership style was as unique as it was effective. Lincoln's approach to leadership was characterized by his exceptional ability to empathize, his unwavering moral compass, and his strategic acumen. Lincoln's decision-making process was meticulous and thoughtful. He sought counsel from a diverse group of advisors, valuing different perspectives and fostering an environment where open dialogue was encouraged. This inclusive approach allowed him to make well-informed decisions, even in the face of immense pressure and uncertainty. One of Lincoln's most remarkable qualities was his ability to inspire and unite those around him. He possessed a rare talent for connecting with people on a personal level, understanding their fears, hopes, and aspirations. This empathy enabled him to rally a divided nation, instilling a sense of purpose and shared destiny among its citizens. Lincoln's speeches were a testament to his eloquence and vision. His words resonated deeply, not only because of their rhetorical brilliance, but also because they reflected his genuine belief in the principles of liberty, equality, and justice. Through his speeches, Lincoln conveyed a clear and compelling vision for the future, one that inspired countless individuals to strive for a better, more just society. Moreover, Lincoln's humility and willingness to admit his mistakes set him apart as a leader. He understood the importance of learning from failures and adapting his strategies accordingly. This humility earned him the respect and loyalty of his contemporaries, further solidifying his leadership. Lincoln's leadership style was also marked by his resilience and determination. Despite facing numerous setbacks and personal tragedies, he remained steadfast in his commitment to preserving the Union and abolishing slavery. His perseverance in the face of adversity served as a powerful example to others, demonstrating that true leadership requires both strength and compassion. In conclusion, Abraham Lincoln's leadership style was a masterful blend of empathy, strategic thinking, and unwavering moral conviction. His ability to inspire, unite, and lead with integrity left an indelible mark on American history. As we reflect on his legacy, we are reminded that the qualities that defined Lincoln's leadership are as relevant today as they were during his time. His example continues to inspire leaders and individuals alike, urging us to strive for a more just, compassionate, and united world. The Gettysburg Address, delivered by President Abraham Lincoln on November 19, 1863, stands as one of the most profound speeches in American history. At just 272 words, its brevity is matched only by its depth and enduring impact. The speech was given during the American Civil War, at the dedication of the Soldiers' National Cemetery in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. This site was chosen to honor the fallen soldiers who had fought in one of the war's bloodiest battles, a clash that marked a turning point in the conflict. Lincoln's address came at a time when the nation was deeply divided, both physically and ideologically. The Union forces had secured a critical victory at Gettysburg, but the war was far from over. The country needed a message of hope and unity, a reminder of the principles upon which it was founded. In his speech, Lincoln invoked the Declaration of Independence, emphasizing the ideals of liberty and equality. He reminded the audience that the nation was conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. This reaffirmation of core American values was intended to inspire a renewed commitment to the Union's cause. Lincoln's words also served as a call to action. He urged the living to dedicate themselves to the unfinished work of those who had fought and died at Gettysburg. He framed the Civil War as a test of whether a nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal could endure. The Gettysburg Address transcended this specific moment of its delivery. It spoke to universal themes of sacrifice, democracy, and the ongoing struggle for freedom and equality. Lincoln's eloquence ensured that his message would resonate through the ages. Today, the Gettysburg Address is remembered as a defining moment in American history. It encapsulates Lincoln's vision for the nation and his unwavering belief in its potential to achieve a more perfect union. The speech continues to be studied, revered, and quoted, a testament to its lasting legacy. As we reflect on the Gettysburg Address, we are reminded of the power of words to heal, to inspire, and to unite. Lincoln's speech remains a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the principles of liberty and equality can guide us toward a brighter future. As the Civil War raged on, President Abraham Lincoln faced a critical juncture in his leadership, the 1864 re-election campaign. This was no ordinary election, it was a referendum on the future direction of a nation torn apart by conflict. Lincoln's re-election bid was fraught with challenges, both on the battlefield and in the political arena. The war had taken a heavy toll on the American people. Casualties mounted, and public opinion was deeply divided. Many questioned whether the Union could be preserved and if Lincoln was the right leader to see the nation through its darkest hour. His opponents capitalized on the war's unpopularity, painting a grim picture of his presidency. Despite the overwhelming adversity, Lincoln remained steadfast. He believed that his re-election was crucial not just for his political survival, but for the survival of the Union itself. His vision for the future was clear: to reunify the nation and abolish slavery once and for all. Lincoln knew that achieving these goals required unwavering resolve and the continued support of the American people. The campaign was marked by intense political maneuvering. Lincoln faced opposition from within his own party and a formidable challenge from Democratic candidate George B. McClellan, a former Union general. McClellan's platform called for a negotiated peace with the Confederacy, a proposition that many war-weary citizens found appealing. However, Lincoln believed that such a peace would only lead to the dissolution of the Union and the perpetuation of slavery. In the end, Lincoln's unwavering commitment to his principles resonated with voters. His message of perseverance and hope, coupled with key military victories like General Sherman's capture of Atlanta, helped turn the tide in his favor. On November 8, 1864, Abraham Lincoln was re-elected as President of the United States, securing a second term in office. Lincoln's re-election was more than just a political victory, it was a validation of his leadership and his vision for the nation. It signaled the American people's commitment to the principles of unity and freedom. With renewed mandate, Lincoln set his sights on the final phase of the Civil War and the monumental task of rebuilding a fractured nation. As we reflect on Lincoln's re-election, we are reminded of the resilience of the American spirit and the power of steadfast leadership in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. Lincoln's second term would ultimately pave the way for the end of the Civil War and the beginning of a new chapter in American history, one defined by the principles of liberty and equality for all. The story of Lincoln's re-election is a testament to his enduring legacy and his unwavering belief in the potential of the United States to overcome its greatest challenges and emerge stronger than ever. As President Abraham Lincoln embarked on his second term, the weight of the Civil War began to lift. The Union forces had gained the upper hand and victory seemed within reach. Yet, amid the hope and anticipation of a nation on the brink of reunification, a dark shadow loomed over Lincoln's final days. In the early months of 1865, Lincoln's focus was on healing a fractured nation. He spent countless hours in meetings, drafting plans for Reconstruction, and pondering the best ways to bring the Southern states back into the Union. His vision was one of compassion and unity, a stark contrast to the bitterness that had characterized the war years. On April 9, 1865, the Confederate Army, led by General Robert E. Lee, surrendered to Union General Ulysses S. Grant at Appomattox Courthouse. The news of the surrender spread quickly, bringing joy and relief to the war-weary American people. Lincoln, too, felt a profound sense of accomplishment, knowing that his steadfast leadership had been instrumental in preserving the Union. But just as the nation began to breathe a collective sigh of relief, tragedy struck. On the evening of April 14, 1865, Lincoln attended a play at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. It was a rare moment of leisure for a president who had borne the weight of a nation's suffering. As he sat in the presidential box enjoying the performance, an assassin's bullet changed the course of history. John Wilkes Booth, a fervent supporter of the Confederacy, shot Lincoln in the back of the head, sending the theater into chaos. The president was immediately carried across the street to the Peterson House, where doctors fought desperately to save his life. Despite their efforts, Lincoln never regained consciousness. He succumbed to his wounds in the early morning hours of April 15, 1865. The news of Lincoln's assassination sent shockwaves across the nation. People from all walks of life mourned the loss of a leader who had guided them through one of the darkest periods in American history. The sense of grief and sorrow was palpable as citizens grappled with the sudden and violent end to a presidency that had promised hope and renewal. In the immediate aftermath of Lincoln's death, the nation faced an uncertain future. The task of Reconstruction, which Lincoln had approached with such care and foresight, now fell to his successor, Andrew Johnson. The road ahead was fraught with challenges, but Lincoln's legacy of unity and equality continued to inspire those who believed in his vision for America. As we reflect on the final days of Abraham Lincoln, we are reminded of the profound impact one leader can have on the course of history. His unwavering commitment to the principles of freedom and justice, even in the face of unimaginable adversity, remains a testament to the enduring strength of the American spirit. Lincoln's life was cut tragically short, but his legacy lives on. He is remembered not only as a great president but as a symbol of resilience, compassion, and the relentless pursuit of a more just and united nation. As the years have passed since that fateful night in April 1865, Abraham Lincoln's legacy has only grown stronger. He is remembered as a towering figure in American history, a leader whose vision and determination helped to shape the nation we know today. Lincoln's dedication to the principles of freedom and equality laid the groundwork for the abolition of slavery and the eventual civil rights movements that followed. His Emancipation Proclamation was more than just a wartime measure. It was a powerful statement of the nation's commitment to human dignity and justice. In the decades that followed his death, Lincoln became a symbol of resilience and moral integrity. His speeches, particularly the Gettysburg Address and his second inaugural address, have been studied and revered for their eloquence and depth. These words continue to inspire generations of Americans to strive for a more perfect union. Monuments and memorials across the country stand as testaments to Lincoln's enduring influence. The Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., with its grand, imposing statue, serves as a place of reflection and reverence for millions of visitors each year. It is a reminder of the values that Lincoln championed and the sacrifices he made for the nation. Lincoln's legacy is also evident in the countless books, films, and scholarly works that explore his life and presidency. He remains a subject of fascination and admiration, studied by historians and cherished by the American people. His story is a powerful reminder of the impact that one individual can have on the course of history. Today, as we face new challenges and uncertainties, the lessons of Lincoln's leadership are more relevant than ever. His example teaches us the importance of perseverance, empathy, and a steadfast commitment to justice. Lincoln's enduring legacy is a source of hope and inspiration, reminding us that even in the darkest of times, the light of freedom and equality can prevail. As we remember Abraham Lincoln, we honor not just the man, but the ideals he stood for. His life may have been cut short, but his vision for a united and just America continues to guide us. In Lincoln's enduring legacy, we find a beacon of hope and a testament to the enduring strength of the American spirit.